Hello, my name is Frederick Banker. If you're like me, you woke up to the news that Nicolas Maduro and his wife were captured by United States troops and are now in the custody of the US military. And now Trump is planning to set up an interim government in Venezuela, and we'll just have to see, who will come out on top as the Venezuelan president. Make this video to discuss why Maduro was captured and why there was this big precedent to have him, and what I think is going to happen after all this is going on. One thing to note is that in 2020, by the Department of Justice for cocaine importation, narco-terrorism, and the conspiracy to obtain machine guns and other destructive devices. And in 2024, there was supposed to be a fair election in Venezuela that was overturned by Maduro's government, and he is not the legitimate leader of Venezuela, at least according to the United States and even the EU. Another thing to note is his alleged ties to Tren de Aragua, which is a notorious drug gang in Venezuela, and it is at least implied that he has had control, or at least has some control, over the drugs that go in and out of Venezuela and the drug trade going on in the Caribbean Sea. In fact, both Tren de Aragua and the Venezuelan military have been designated as foreign terrorist groups by the Department of Justice. There's also the fact that Venezuela has captured at least 5 Americans and have held them hostage, and I can only hope that they are okay during all this mess. One reason that goes farther than most is that in 2007, assets from American oil companies operating in Venezuela have been stripped due to the nationalization of the oil fields in the country. 5, when a settlement from the World Bank's International Center for the Settlement of Investment Disputes declared that Venezuela would have to give about $8.7 billion to the oil company ConocoPhillips. There's also the fact that Venezuela has had ties with all of America's rivals, including Russia, China, Iran, and Cuba. A lot of it has done mostly with economic and military ties, which causes quite the concern given how these rivals were able to have so much access to a nation that close to the United States and their sphere of influence. Personally, a good option, or at least an alternative to a full-scale invasion of Venezuela, and given the ties to drug cartels and our rivals overseas, I think this was the preferable option in terms of what could be done with Nicolas Maduro and his regime. Now, hopefully things will smooth over the course of this, and hopefully tensions will die down, but we'll just have to see, and I'll keep an eye out and see how things will go from there. But what do you think? Do you think this is a good thing that the United States is setting up an interim government in Venezuela? Or do you think there was a different way that this could have been solved? Please let me know. Thank you, and have a blessed day.